Welcome to an IVS Computer Technology video tutorial. My name is Julie and I'm the Education Consultant that's going to walk you through today's steps. Today's video is part of our Smart Notebook 11 video series, and the topic includes new features beyond the toolbar. In our previous videos, we focused on enhancements and additional features to our Smart Notebook toolbar, and today we're going to look into the menu and the side tabs. These new features that we're going to cover today include Reset Page, Image Fill, Page Border Guides, and Gestures. Teachers can now use the page sorter or the menu to access Reset Page, and this is going to allow a teacher to move objects around the Smart Notebook page, or to allow their students to move objects around the Smart Notebook page and then reset that page back to the beginning. I can take an activity like this, move all of the objects around, and you can see here we've made a mistake, and I can go through that page sorter or the menu to reset it back to the beginning so that we can try again. To reset the page, I'm going to complete the activity. Then I will select the Page Sorter tab. And from the Page Sorter, I'm going to open the drop-down menu of my active page and select Reset Page. Once I've selected Reset, a confirmation window appears, which allows me to select Reset again, and then my page is reset to the last saved state. Let's give it a try. I'm going to take my terms, drag them around the page to place them in the correct spots, hopefully. And then once I'm finished, I'm going to go to that page sorter at the top of my side tabs. I'm going to look for that blue page. This one's highlighted blue, telling me it's my active page. I click on my drop-down menu, scroll up to Reset Page. Here's the reminder asking me to confirm my choice. I select Reset Page, and you can see that all of my options return back to their starting points. Next, we have Enhanced Image Fill. In the past, I could choose to fill a shape with an image through the Side tab. And when I selected the Side tab and went to Fill Effects, I would choose Image Fill, browse my computer for that image, and then the image was inserted to my shape. The image would remain in its native size, and so sometimes that image might appear tiled, or it might appear very large, and I wouldn't be able to view the whole image. With Smart Notebook 11, I'm able to scale an image to fit into a shape. So instead of tiling, I'm able to scale it so that it fits and it's centered right into my shape. And you can see here from this captured image of the Side tab, I can choose to keep the image this size or scale it. So let's give these steps a try. I'm going to use this oval to the right. I select my shape first, then I go to my Properties tab, make sure I'm in Fill Effects. I'm going to select Image Fill and then browse my computer. Once I select the image I wish to use, I'm going to choose Open, and then I'm going to select Scale Image to Fit. Let's give these a try. I select my shape, I open the Properties tab, I choose Image, then I select Browse. I'm going to use Tulips, select Open, and I'm going to keep my resolution. And you can see here that it has inserted the shape, but it's kept it in its original size, so it looks like we can really only see the sky. And then when I select Scale Image, now it's filled with flowers. Next, let's go over page borders. You now have the option to view page borders as you create your file, so that when you go to full screen view, you're able to see all of your content. It's going to help you make sure that all of your content is above that line so that none of that content is hidden off of the page. You can see from this image you're going to have a guide so that as the teacher I know, oh, I need to drag these objects up so that I can see them when I go into full screen view. So to view that page border, I'm going to select a view from the menu, then I'm going to scroll down and choose full screen page border, and then last, select full screen. I'm going to use this page as an example. This is that same activity we saw a picture of. These are all the objects I need for that example. And then as I create, I'm going to select View, full screen page border, and right now it says don't show, but I'm going to choose to show full screen. And then as I scroll down, you can see that the blue line has appeared. And now I know that I need to drag these up so that when I go into full screen view and I'm connected to my projector, I'm not going to have to scroll while I'm in that view, and everything will show right when I need it. And last but not least, we have our gestures. First, we have the grouping gesture, and these are gestures that you need to perform at the smartboard or with your smart slate. And the grouping gesture is going to allow me to take two objects and then group them together with just a shake. You can see that I had two objects to start with, and now I have one that will move as one. To use this grouping gesture, I'm going to touch and drag to select more than one object. And when you touch and drag across different objects, a selection box will appear for each object that's chosen. Once each object has that selection box, you're going to shake the objects together so that they turn into one. Right now you can see that when I move my name and the box, they move independently of one another. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch and drag, and I can tell that each of them has been selected. Now I'm going to touch and shake, and those two boxes are now one. One tip that we do want to make sure that we share with you is to avoid unintended grouping and ungrouping. To avoid unintended grouping and ungrouping, you want to lock the objects but allow them to move. And what I mean by that is if I have grouped these together and then maybe I move them around my page, I may mistakenly ungroup them or group them when I don't mean to. So to avoid this from happening in the middle of a lesson, once I've grouped it together, I'm going to open the drop-down menu, scroll down to locking, and then choose Allow Move. And once I've done that, I can move this all around my page without accidentally ungrouping it. And then last but not least, the 800 series gestures. If you are an 800 series board user, smart board user, if you are updated to the latest version of Smart Notebook, it will support 4 touches. Thank you for joining us for another video tutorial. Please stay tuned for more Smart Notebook 11 videos.